Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Liga Adarna Season 3 Women Rising Valorant Open Qualifiers. My name is Jaeger, of course, joined by Donut for the first time ever. You are witnessing history being made here. As we head into game number 2, it's going to be THIONES versus Zen Akari.
Yes. So again, this stream is brought to you by Smart. So if you would want to get double GG with Smart, double Giga games, with Smart's offer, you can get a chance to win games. And not just that, you double up the fun and bonding with your friends. So with double Giga, you get 2 gig games every day for League of Legends, Wild Rift, Call of Duty Mobile, Mobile Legends, and FP Gaming. So if you are interested, download the Giga Life app at onelink.2/GigaLife app or dial 123 sharp and choose double Giga.
We also thank our major sponsors, ePlayment Corporation and Esports News PH, also our official gaming peripheral partner, Fantech Philippines. If you want to level up your gaming lifestyle, then Fantech is the gaming place for you to get your gear. As well as you guys that are at home and watching, if you send in your stars to us, we'll be getting that straight over to Worldwide Fund for Nature. So if you want to help the environment, help us fight global warming and everything else that's happening around the world, please do send in your stars, and we'll be very, very appreciative as we head into our game. Okay, for a second I thought I wasn't invited back there. I was scared for a moment, but okay, we're good. I'm here, and we're all good to go. And so yeah, it's going to be Zen Akari going up against the likes of THIONES. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've been mispronouncing that the entire last game. And you guys saw THIONES play the last game. They were a team that were, when they played slow, they played really well. But if they played too fast, then they'd make a lot of mistakes. And on the defender side, well, they lost one more round than the likes of the team they went up against, which is Amaryllis. But Zen is a different story. Zen Akari, not too much information going up against these guys. And so we're heading into Bind. That's going to be our second map of the day. And so here you have the agent selection. And you can see already what kind of a lineup we're going to be having coming into this game. And Sharia and Joy say both can be playing Sage. I'm just kidding. You can't do that.
So actually, Bide is such an interesting map to play as Sage on, and also the Killjoy. That double Sentinel setup for the defenders might win them an advantage for the following rounds, or the first few rounds actually. And we're actually quite seeing a little bit of a meta setup for both of the teams. For the team of THIONES having the double duelist setup, the Sova, the Omen, and also that Killjoy. So we're actually seeing 2 Killjoys for both the defending and the attacking side. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. It's just really quite different without the Sova for Zen Akari. Since I am a bit familiar with how they all play, I think the duelist for Achilles. Is that how you pronounce her name? Sorry.
Achilles, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Achilles. Yeah. So I've seen some of her plays already, so I'm really excited about this matchup now.
And yeah, that's a good point. The fact that they don't have the Sova on their side, it means that they have to initiate in different ways. So both of these teams have taken a different kind of approach to this. So they both have the Omen flash. The difference is, from the side of Zen, they've got Reyna's flashes to give them a bit of space as they enter in. The difference for the side of THIONES is they want to get information before they enter the site. And so having that double sentinel, as you said, is going to give them a much better defense. Once on the attacker side, things can get a little bit more difficult because you're going to have 2 basically defensive style players having to play on the offensive, but they do have heals. So Zen Akari, they have a bit more sustainability. When you're looking at the attacker side, THIONES, they're going for pure aggression. They want the information. They want to find those kills. So from what we've seen from THIONES, they're a team that know how to fight. They got to match point before the likes of Amaryllis. So it's going to be a interesting game to say the least. You got 3 players over towards this B site, as it is going to be the B split coming in. And Sova's going to find the information as to where these players are. As out goes the recon bolt, and already they've cleared out this site, so they know there's no one in. They can start to push in as they've smoked off all the entrances, and it's a good preparation for the site.
Yes, and now we're seeing 3 people in hookah But now the Killjoy has activated her gadgets already, and now the turret will actually spot about 2 people in hookah, but then Takoyaki will get that first blood. So this first blood is brought to you by ePlayment Wallet, your digital wallet for gaming and entertainment. So actually, the side of Metathion will get that plant secure already, and now Zen is actually trying to creep their way slowly to retake the site. They have a double duelist set up for the retake, so this might be possible. Although we have only 1 beer left for Achilles, and the Raze is actually just down to 10 HP. So let's see how they will be able to push this out.
Last player standing.
And now
Oh,
Zephyr
dear.
gets that double kill towards both the 2 duelists of Zen. So what a well-played game there by Zeph.
Yeah, having that Reyna on your side, that means you have sustainability. Like, again, I said sustainability at the start of this game. It's the same thing here, but unless you can get those kills going, you're not going to be able to heal yourself in any of those scenarios. And a great double peek coming in from Zephyr. Zephyr was the Reyna the last time we saw her play. And so now switching over towards this Raze, it means that you can also get information once you're on that defender side, setting up that boom bot, getting the info on the way out. So it's really info versus sustainability going into this game. So again, back over towards the B site. And it looks like they like to stack 3 players over towards B side of Zen. And it hasn't found them the success they expected to find so far. And that Reyna is so far displaced. Because she's playing over towards bathrooms, she has the longest rotate back over towards B. And they do call those rotates out early. And so it's a good response because all 5 players are here, but they don't have the weapons to fight back.
Yes, and this might be the default push for Team Metathions. And now Takoyaki gets that first kill on towards Zen Sharia. Now they will be securing that plant. And Zen Kaori will actually get that kill towards the Raze.
Right, Minjaren waiting for this push to come in. They've got actually a crossfire here, and actually doesn't get spotted, but will find the first. There's Jellybean for the refrags, double kill down. And again, it's down to Kaori Coco on 47 HP, nothing she can do. Jellybean finds a 3k, and it's going to be a second round on the board for Metathions. And so, already starting off, Metathions, we saw this in the first game as well. They have a very good pistol round, and they know how to convert that. What I'm interested to see is once the buy comes in from the side of Zen Akari. But I am a little bit concerned, because the buy has come in, but we're seeing a Spectre, a Bulldog. Those aren't rifles that you expect to see coming out on the second round. You expect to see the Vandals coming out. You expect that to be a hard save on the second round. And instead, it's a strange buy. Actually, you got 2 Spectres, so it's a scary buy, to say the least. As trying to back away from the side of Hookah. Could have saved the charge, but, you know, that's fine, I suppose. As Zephyr was trying to chase him down.
Yes, but I think that's okay with the right hands. The Spectre could be as powerful as maybe a Vandal or a Phantom. But now we're seeing this default push now by Team Metathions. And now the Raze is trying to play within the site. But then Sharia, trying to hold down the site, will get a kill on towards Takoyaki. And then the Killjoy as well will be now pinning on. So there are kills left and right now, but then there are double kills now for Zen Achilles. Now it's up to Mayora and also Zen Sharia to try and hold down the site. But then they haven't yet seen each other yet, but then there's a rotate coming in now for Minjaren.
Out comes the ult, and that is going to delay the push back in. I say that, Joycey doesn't even slow down. Tries to push in, but Minjaren is there to pick her up, and it's going to be back into the 2 versus 2. And now the delay is stopped, as Mayora is going to try and take a fight with Achilles, who is quite low on HP.
But again, once she actually gets that kill, she could get to maybe 100 HP again. And then it's Killjoy versus Killjoy on towards that U-Haul part of the map. And then the turret spots out the opponent Killjoy. And now it's up to just the Reyna, but then it's going to be a save now for Zen Achilles. So what do you think about the plays over there? But then Mayora gets actually detonated with the bomb over there. So the save then will actually affect how the economy will turn out for both of the teams.
It was a good initial defense coming in from Zenov towards the B side. We saw them get 3 good kills. A couple of those were exchanged, but once they rotate back over towards the A side, really good use of the ult there to give them back that advantage. And Mayura as well playing a really good position and using that recon bolt to make sure that, you know, she's being safe. Because if you're being careful, you'll generally find all those kills first. Takoyaki starts off the round with a kill onto Achilles. If your Reyna can't find kills, you're going to have a hard game because all of her utility is based off those kills.
Yeah, and those kills now, though, now Takoyaki actually just got to her, and now Takoyaki gets a second kill towards Joycey, and now she has created space as she updrafted towards Heaven. Now she spots out Celine, but then will she be able to get another kill? No, but Celine will punish her for her aggression, but then Zephyr there, also with that control towards the map, will get punished by Sharia. So now it's going to be a 1v3 situation. Oh. But then now Sharia is trying to just hold on to her dear life and trying to peek, but then her turret will no longer be available for her for any information. Now it's going to be either a save or she gets put down by Sharia. Or Minjarin, sorry.
I'm not sure what the choice really was there. You can see Sharia wants to try and exit that position, maybe try and get a couple of exit frags, hoping someone's going to make their way down into the hallway. But stuck between a rock and a hard place. Either that spike goes off and she goes down with it, or she has to take that fight into the halls. And unfortunately, she isn't able to win that fight. So, yeah, I mean, they'd already won the round there. THIONES, they had full site control. They'd found all the kills immediately. There was smokes all over the map, and using, again, Sova, right now, Sova is very meta. The part of the meta that we're not seeing right now is those Viper picks, is those Astra picks. Viper can be such a huge playmaker on this map, even for your defensive side. And so the fact that hasn't come out is a bit concerning. Achilles, though, starts things off with a one-tap, but it's going to get immediately traded by Minjarin.
Now Minjarin gets that 2 kill towards Joycey, and now they have to secure that plant already. And now there are 3 people playing B, who is slowly now rotating towards A. But then that attacker Killjoy, I think that's the second already for this round, will gain them the advantage of creating time and creating space for the attacking team.
Now, Killjoy has managed to have 2 ults in the span of 4 rounds, and that means that she's getting a lot of kills already. She's up to 8 at this point. She's top fragging for her team yet again. You got Zephyr on 5. But this is a hard retake. Look at all of the utility. Look at everything that's around. Minjarin is actually going to be the turret that finds the kill, and Zephyr's going to shut down Kaori Koko as well. So it's going to be a 5th round, and so far this has been very one-sided affair for the likes of THIONES.
I would really have to agree, gaining that lockdown as early as the 4th round, that double lockdown play for the Killjoy is quite... she actually gets now 9 kills on the board for Team THIONES, so she is going to be the beginning round MVP for Team THIONES. But I guess the defense of Akari could be a little bit better with their maybe double peaks. Because what I noticed for Team THIONES is that they usually would play together, like the situation now, and Zephyr will get that first kill on towards Achilles. So now it's up to the Sage who's playing the site to try and hold down the site for them.
I mean, if they lose this round, that's a big shame because they actually stacked all 5 players over towards that B side to try and defend, and that's a great swarm grenade coming in, but Mayura is there to answer, and they're still finding all these kills. 3 players go down so quickly. Swarm grenade to follow as well, which means she can't follow in and the spike's gone down. All 5 players from the side of Akari were over towards that B side, and they all get shut down, and all they get for it is 1 kill. So that is a big problem with the defense there. Even with all that utility, with all the guns they had to work with, now they're force buying yet again into this round. And for this defense, Bulldog, Spectres, they're force buying. We've seen them force buy, I think, 3 rounds now, whatever they could buy. They're not really nursing their economy. And that's just going to keep losing them rounds because you need all your players to have all of your utility, all of your guns. And even when you stack together like that, you need to have crossfires, not just playing in positions where you can aim towards the same position, but actual crossfires where a kill can't go in without being answered from the other side. So that's a bit of an issue coming in from the side of Akari. And they're still force buying into these rounds. You got 2 players on 400, which means they won't be able to buy on the next round. And I mean, THIONES, they're just going to take this non-stop. They're up to 6. They can go up to 7, up to 8. This could be a very one-sided affair heading into the final half of this game.
Yes, and now the Omen has teleported and gained information where the team of THIONES will be playing at. But then, as the Omen got that information, they're slowly rotating towards A, and we only have the Raze Akari trying to hold down the site. And since there aren't really any movements yet on the B site, they have also rotated towards A now. And now Takoyaki has advanced to U-Haul and killed Kaori there. But then Achilles gets there for the trade. Quite a late trade though, but then Achilles gets her second kill. And now Achilles, with that Killjoy ult into play for the defending side, that might be able to get them that round. And now it's up to Zephyr and also Mayor TV on how to finish off the round. But finally, there will be a round win for Team Zen Akari.
That's for a little tactical pause there, and well, it turns into their first round, and well played. The defense finally coming through. They managed to isolate a lot of those fights, and they're actually hitting their shots this time around, which is a big help. And they full buy into this round, and so I suppose the half buy that we saw in the last round pays off. Sometimes takes a little bit of a gamble to get into these rounds. So heading into round number 8, and let's see if they can string together a second.
Well, they're trying A again this time. It's going to be a double peek towards showers, and that Sage Wall is going to deny them any information for where the current defenders are within the map. But then Takoyaki, together with a drone, will gain them information that nobody is now playing towards towers, and they have gained, again, A site control. And I think this push from Takoyaki is something that's usual. So she will be able to get that possible 2 or 3 kills now, as they are trying to hold down before the lockdown actually detonates. So then she gets 1, Kaori goes down, and now she doesn't get blinded by the paranoia, but then Celine, even with 3 HP, gets a kill towards Takoyaki. Now, how are they able to win down the side? There's no longer time for them, and then the turret will be able to get a kill towards Celine. And now it's up to Zen Sharia, and then that triple peek, she won't be able to survive that round. Again, Mayora gets killed by the detonation of the spike again this round, but I guess that's okay. They have a healthy economy.
It's consistency, right? Just keep being consistent, keep going down to the spike. It's, part of being consistent. That turret has more kills than Joycey so far. Joycey has 1 kill at the moment, and that turret's found 2. And so, just a really good job coming in from this Killjoy right now. Minhyarin? I'm not sure if that'd be a J or an H. But yeah, 12 kills already. That's double digits in the first 8 rounds, and having huge impact. And so after that first round, unable to string it together, unable to build any momentum. And so, THIONES straight back into this. Out comes the alarm bot. Gives a bit of information as they push into the site. I like it when Killjoys play a little bit further back. They wait for a spike to come in, and then they activate the swarms. And so the planter has to take the damage regardless. And instead, you see all the swarms get activated and not really hitting anyone, but they are forcing back a bit of the information. And now, full rotate coming in from the likes of THIONES as well, as they make their way back over towards mid. THIONES got to get peeked in towards Raze. Oh my goodness, the one tap over towards Karikoko, and just stood no chance. Already opened up a complete avenue over towards that A side.
Yes, now they've opened up the site. That kill from the Killjoy will open up the site again and will be a secure plant for Team THIONES. So now it's going to be Achilles versus that turret. Although Achilles actually did win that duel, But then it's going to be a 4v5 situation with two people actually trying to secure U-Haul. The trades are coming in for the side of Zen. And now Meta has actually gained the advantage again with the 3v2. Now they even out the favor now in a 2v2 situation. And it's now up to Zen Joy saying on how they try to win another round in their favor, but then again, Meta's hold and post-plant will actually get them the round win. I would really have to agree with you that in terms of the duels won by Meta is their advantage here. It's their clear advantage for this map. How open Bind is as a map, and with the proper use of the utilities, all of the smokes, and also all of the post-plant utilities of the Killjoy, really can buy them more time for their post-plants. So I guess that's the reason why THIONES has been leading with 8-1 now. For
THIONES right now, they're really well-oiled machine. They're working together in perfect synergy. Just like you can work in synergy with your Fantech Gaming from our official gaming peripheral partners, Fantech Philippines. Says it's going to be Kari Coco finding the first kill and 2 immediate responses.
Now Zephyr has gained control of U-Haul, but then again, it's going to be a round in favor of THIONES with a 4v3. But as I'm saying that, the ult of the Reyna, the Empress, has been activated. So we saw how Achilles had played this Empress earlier with a 4K. We can see now that there have been trades left and right, and Meta gaining 2 kills already. Now it's up to Zen Sharia with low HP, and she gets pinned down by Mayora there.
That's a big whiff from Sharia. You can see the spray going down, and there was no control to follow up afterwards. And so sometimes nerves can come into play as well. Maybe, you know, it's not too often you get to play in tournaments like this, and so that can affect your aim sometimes. Sometimes you're outplaying yourself, but right now we're just seeing a lot of inconsistency with the aim, because we've seen that for the side of Zen Akari, they can hit their shots. They've been hitting flick shots onto headshots. Their spray control, sometimes it's not connecting, sometimes it really is. Achilles is an example of that, 9 kills per name so far. But everyone else for the side of Zen Akari really not connecting their shots, and so it could be nerves. I'm sure they've played a little bit better in a number of these scenarios in the past, but right now it could just be getting to them. But for the side of THIONES, they're really not thinking back at all. They're not afraid. They're really confident going into this, and the scoreline speaks for itself. It's 9-1 at this point, and THIONES, they're just going to keep riding that until, you know, Zen can break through this problem that they're having. Perhaps they'll break through once they're on their attacker side. Their lineup really is for being defensive on Bind, so they're going to have to try and play around that issue as well.
Yeah, but then we have the resurrection for the Sage online, so this might be an advantage in their favor. So now we're seeing again quite a default attacking setup for Team THIONES with 2 people advancing towards B long. But as I'm saying that, they actually stacked A. They made a risk and stacked A because they have been trying to push A. And now THIONES will get a free site, and nobody's actually guarding it. So now the spike has been planted, and now Mayora actually hears 2 or 3 footsteps now, and she will be able to see maybe 2. And with that spray, she gets 2 kills, but then she gets traded out by Joycey. And now I think it's going to be, sorry, a 4v3 situation might be something in favor for Zen Akari. Now there's going to be the plant, but then she will be spotted by Minjiaren. So now it's up to Celine. She still has that from the shadows, but what else can she do? And Zephyr will actually hold down the post-plant situation with that last kill towards Celine.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Celine tries to re-peek there with the Sheriff and was already out of ammo, so just couldn't take that fight. And I mean, that was just a free kill for the remaining players over from THIONES. And so, a close round there. I like the idea that came in from Akari. Try to push in, try to get the information from the A site, and try and flank around in towards Hookah. And they had a lot of the advantages there. They didn't have the weapons really to work with in the scenario, but that round could have gone very differently if Owen maybe had a little bit more armor to work with there, and if that push had better guns. But still, THIONES have to give them credit. They're doing such a good job. And again, Achilles, great start to this round. That does give them that early kill.
Yeah, and now she will try to re-peek and maybe spot the Killjoy. Maybe who will win this duel, but then they're just holding down those angles, and Jellybean will actually get a kill on towards Achilles. So while that was happening, we saw a showstopper kill from the side of Zen Akari, and now they actually have information that there would be 2 people on the side. Now it's Sharia gets the 3K and also the second round win for Zen Akari.
Well, they managed to find 2 rounds in that first half. Now we need to see if they can match, at the very least, what we've seen from THIONES. I'll keep calling them THIONES, THIONES.
Yeah.
Because at this point, they're on the defender side. 2 rounds is what they'd have to match to get the same level as what Zen Akari have done so far. So Zen Akari, you got to get 10 rounds if you want to match THIONES. As it looks like they want to go over towards that B side. They got 3 players over towards A. On this defense, and 2 players to push in towards B long. So that is going to be the early information, as Sova can get the info that they're pushing over towards long, and they immediately destroy the recon bolt, but no one got scanned. Mayora does see one and then disappears. Takoyaki holding this angle means that there's a potential crossfire here from Garden towards long, and they do check it anyway, and they actually win that fight, and that means the swing can come through, and Takoyaki and Mayora working in complete harmony. And that's such a fast pistol round. And again, this is what THIONES, they seem to excel at. Their pistol rounds are so good. And they just know exactly where to position themselves. When you can't rely on utility, because it's the pistol round, you have to rely mostly on your aim and your positioning. THIONES always come out on top there. And so Zen Akari, they needed that round to get into this game. That would have been a 3-10, make that a 4-10 potentially, and can start to work their way back into this. Instead, they have to force buy on their second round here, and that might work in their favor. Takoyaki only has a sheriff to work with, so potentially they can steal away this round, but I'm not too hopeful just yet.
Yes, and now Takoyaki misses that shot towards Hookah, but then she actually gains information that there will be again a B push for the side of Zen Akari. But then now Mayora with that Spectre gets a kill, but will be easily traded out by Celine. And now Jaren gets another kill towards Achilles. And now it's up to Zephyr. And actually there are 2 people now in their lonesome for the side of Zen Akari, despite the force buy that they did earlier. But then that wall plant is actually a good plant for their situation now, because they're only 2 and they want to really isolate the gunfights. But then Zephyr with that satchel kill. And now it's up to Joycey will be killed by Jellybean over there. Sorry, I was astounded by that satchel kill by Zephyr. What an instant headshot after just jumping out from short towards the side of Bath. So it's not every day that you can see those types of plays. So I was lost for words.
It's a big flex play. Like, flashy players like that can be very demoralizing to play against, because in that situation, you're thinking to yourself, I shouldn't have died there. Well, how'd that happen? And, I mean, fast progress, fast momentum, great fast kills coming in from the likes of THIONES. And now this could be the last round.
Yes, and now Takoyaki is actually holding an operator in hand. And who will be her first victim with this operator shot? It will be Kaori. And now they're actually sensing an A push now. But then we're seeing a slow back because of the operator that Takoyaki is currently holding.
Still playing over towards the bathrooms with that spike. They do have Killjoy getting information over towards that B site, but I think they really want to avoid that operator as much as possible. They're waiting for this smoke to dissipate, and over goes the cross, making sure no one spots them as they make their way back over towards the B site. But that alarm bot is sitting inside of Hookah. The smoke goes over towards Hookah as well, and so really good read coming in from THIONES, as they're aware that, you know what, no one's pushing in towards this A site, it has to be B, and Raze has pushed all the way through the bathrooms, and so has so much information on the flank. Mayora trying to pre-fire through the box, and that's already a very scary noise for Akari, as this push has to come in now, and they're already rotating players, and they already have a flank as well.
Yeah, Zephyr on that flank will give them the information that they're already pushing. And now Zarya gets a kill towards Minjarin, and Takoyaki with that operator gets her second victim. Now Sharia with...
There's no time. They've got 8 seconds left to get that spike down, and he's still sitting in Hookah. This is done. I think this game is done, and that is going to be a 13-2 in favor of THIONES. And there it is. Zephyr finds the last 2 kills, and that's going to be a very one-sided game coming in for the likes of THIONES. They lost that first game 14-12, and they win the next game 13-2. And so you can see THIONES, despite losing their first game, they are still such a force to be reckoned with. Minjarin, 17 kills per name, and that's a Killjoy. That's your Sentinel, doing so much work. Takoyaki only manages to get that operator out in the end. That could have been a very different story if we'd seen a lot more rounds. There could have been way more kills coming from Takoyaki. But yeah, just across the board, they're really consistent for that team. And Akari, maybe it's nerves, maybe it's something else. I'm sure they could have done a bit more damage, and I can't wait to see them play again, because I'm sure they have a couple more games and a couple more things to show us coming into the future games.
Yes, I was actually very interested to see how the round would pan out if and when Akari was attacking. So I really had high hopes for Akari over here, but then I think with the cold, with the the attacking strategies of THIONES, they really had, they played well together. They were well coordinated with the push, so that actually gets Team Akari quite off guard when they're trying to defend the site. And even with that double sentinel composition, they didn't really play well. They didn't really play those utilities to their advantage. So I guess that's just really a good performance for Team THIONES.
Well, before we go into the break, again, I'd like to remind you that Liga Adarna Season 3 Women Rising is co-presented by Smart Communications and powered by ePlayment Entertainment, as well as our major sponsors, ePlayment Corporation, Esports News PH, and our official gaming peripheral partners, Fantech Philippines. We'll be right back for the next game, so do stick around. We're taking a short break. This has been Jaeger. This has been Donut. Don't go anywhere.